time just stops.
Hailing from the vibrant city of Chicago, Alex Kislov is a DJ producer who's been electrifying the EDM scene with his unique blend of deep house, techno, and experimental beats. His journey into music was sparked by the electronic tunes his family played during his childhood, leading him to spin tracks at high school parties and then dive into music production starting around the age of 18.
I actually went to school for microbiology, and I really loved science. Science was always my favorite topic, and then I went and I got a double minor in psychology and public health. So I took the degree from DePaul University and I gave it to my mom. I congratulated her. Yep. And then I said I'm pursuing music, which was always there, right? I think I started DJing when I was like 13 years old, when I could physically walk to the store down the street and play on their gear and learn and learn and learn. And eventually I picked up my own gear. I played all of our high school parties, and that went off to college. And then I think when college ended, I really took it serious. Like, it was a fork in the road, whether I choose to continue to work in the field and probably be a lot richer and a lot more calm and sleeping better, but I chose music because that's my first love. That's what my love has always been.
In October 2024, Kislov unveiled his debut album, Dream Sequence, a sonic journey through personal and expansive soundscapes. The album features collaborations with vocalists like Ron Carroll and Leo Wood, adding depth and emotion to his productions.
I calculated a little over 900 hours of my life on this thing in general. It's my first album, so I gave all of my love and passion to this thing. I really just didn't hold back from self-releasing this project. It's a little bit more progressive, which is my influence growing up. I listened to trance, I listened to a lot of deep house, like ATB, a lot of what my household would play. So that rooted at the beginning of my production. And then obviously living in Chicago, I'm in the city of house music, and so that has a huge influence on the groove and rhythm of what I write. So I find myself kind of fusing the two, and that created Dream Sequence. But it's also very different than what I normally would release as singles. And that's why it made sense to put it as an album, like you said, to tell the whole story of it.
Growing up in Chicago, the birthplace of house music, has only added to his rise as a standout artist.
Chicago is Chicago. I think it's like, it breeds a lot of champions, in the best way kind of to put it, if you put it in a way of sport, right? Because you are in a very competitive market. It's the birthplace of house, so eyes are on you. And you have to be very good at your craft, but you also have to be very good with people, and you have to be very good at the entire business. And in Chicago, if you're not, you don't make it far. So it breeds this continuous competition, this continuous growth of people. And so that breeds amazing, incredible producers and artists. I mean, you can see the numbers for yourself of the DJs that are coming out of there. And so in that relation, I think Chicago is great. Also is an interesting city because we have many genres, but definitely like house seems to be like jacking house, house in its pure form, you know, when it originally was from the 1980s. In that regard, Chicago has an elitist sense to it. Like, we know that we are the birthplace of house, and so it's important to make sure that we represent that well.
Beyond the studio, Kislov has performed at major events, including the Evol Afters Electric Forest After Party and multiple sets at Burning Man, showcasing his dynamic presence in the electronic music scene. Looking ahead, Kislov plans to continue pushing boundaries with his upcoming releases and live performances that promise to captivate audiences worldwide. Stay tuned to Alex Kislov's journey as he continues to shape the future of electronic music with his distinctive sound and unwavering passion. On the 14th of March, a special remix version of his album Dream Sequence is set to release, featuring a number of very special guest artists.